Ian Baker from Stones Corner Marine. I'm here today with Steve Morgan from Queensland Fishing Monthly, and we're out at the front of the Brisbane River, just having a throw along the rock wall. Steve, winter time's really upon us now. We've had a real blast of cold weather over the last week or so. What sort of fishing can we expect to see through the winter months?
Yeah, a lot of people ask through the magazines when we see them at the boat shows and when we see them around, the questions we get asked at the magazines. Guys just want to get into the real basics of catching fish. Now in summertime, when the fish are sort of all over the place, it can be pretty easy to catch, but then in winter, when the schools of fish come through and the water clears up, it can be a little bit different. Some of the main techniques that people like using nowadays, and particularly in places like here at the mouth of the Brisbane River, is a soft plastic setup. And we've all seen, of course, soft plastics go from zero to hero in the last 10 years. And a very popular brand are these bio baits. You know, something like one of these Berkeley gulps. They don't smell real good. They don't taste real good, but fish really like eating them.
And I love them, don't they?
Nearly everyone out there nowadays has a spin rod that's capable of fishing a soft plastic. So, you know, you've got something like a 7-foot long spin rod. Yep. Braided line's very popular nowadays, so maybe a 4 to an 8 pound braided line, and then a little shock leader at the end of somewhere between 6 and 12 pound leader. Tie a jig head on the end of it, and you're basically set up to go for this winter fishing. Winter fishing is often very deep in the water column, so whereas in summertime you might be catching a fish in 2 foot of water, yep, sometimes in the winter you might catch a fish in sort of 10 to 15 foot of water. So that sinking jig head lets that bait get down to it, and we've been having a few throws today and doing all right.
We have been. Like, for a fisherman, winter time's a really exciting time of year, isn't it? It's when the fish are on their migratory runs. You know, you see your bream, your tailor, your flathead, your jew, and you know, the small squire and snapper like we've seen today. So as a fisherman, I love this time of year. I can't wait to get out, and there's something for everybody. You know, the winter whiting come into the bay, so it's not hard for mum and dad to take out the kids, and places like Deception Bay or behind Peel and Naval Reserve banks, or the Chain banks, or down the Pelican bank. So there's always somewhere to go, and usually this time of year the weather's fantastic, so you can get out there and have a go.
That's right. If your boat's been cooped up all summer and you haven't been able to get out, now is a great time of year to get out. And you look at the weather today, this is pretty typical of a winter day. You get maybe a little bit of a westerly early in the morning, then it glasses off to nothing, and then maybe in the afternoon a bit of a sea breeze to help you on the way home.
Yeah, it's nice. It's probably 20 odd degrees. It's beautiful. So come out here and have a go.
Or drop into Stones Corner Marine and see Glen himself for some of his in-person wintertime fishing tips.
Thanks, Steve.